All right, it's a couple weeks out from Ironman Arizona. It's time to put new tires on the wheels. A lot of people have trouble changing tires, and I used to be one of them until I learned a couple tricks, so I wanted to show you guys them today. So, first thing is you gotta let all your air out of your tire. Then, you want to break the seal. So there's a bead, and I just pull one side all the way around, and you'll kind of hear it pop. Then, flip it around, do it on the other side. Basically just moving the edge of the tire into the center channel so it's a little bit easier to get off. After you've done that, you need a tire lever. I peel back the edge of the tire, stick this little guy under. Some people go towards themselves. I tend to go away. So you just slide it down, go, until it comes off. I am replacing my tubes as well because why not? They're a couple bucks and they don't last forever. So pull the tire off. Right, so now you have a new tube. And the first thing I do is open up this little valve and just blow and put a little bit of air in it. Just gives it a little bit of shape. It makes it a little bit easier to go in. And you find the valve hole. Put that little guy in there. This is a trick that my bike guy taught me. You always want to start away from the valve because the valve is going to hold a little extra space. So if you start at the valve, it's going to be really hard to get it on once you get to the top. Think about which way my tire is going to go. Make sure these arrows are pointed in the direction of travel. You're going to start at the top, pull back the edge of the tire wall, and just keep pushing it in, and it's gonna feel really easy in the beginning. You just keep squeezing it. The goal is to get that tube as high into the tire as you can to create more space. Keep squeezing the whole way. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Then you get to a point at the end, which is the hardest part to get over with your thumbs. I'm pretty close to doing that. But if I wasn't, all you do is start at the top again and just pinch. So just pinch. And now, this time, there we go, pop right in. So we're gonna flip it around, do the same thing on the other side. So remember, starting opposite of the valve stem. This side might be a little bit more challenging because it's going to be getting a little bit tight in there. What I used to do is try to really muscle that part over. You can really hurt your thumbs and hands that way, but now you don't have to because you know the trick. So start at the top again. Just pinch, pinch. Try to get that tube as high up in the tire as you can. You'll find it's a little bit easier. You can kind of roll it with your thumbs a little bit, or the palms of your hand. Probably finish this last little bit with my fingers, but I'm going to show you how to use the tire lever in case it's hard to push with your thumbs. So you want to put the tire lever in between the tire and the rim, making sure not to grab the tube underneath. So get that in there. Then you want to hold this side with your hand so it doesn't pop off. Then just kind of lever him in there. And there we go. The last, and in my opinion, most important thing is to go around the entire tire and check to make sure that you can't see any of the tube. If you can see the tube and you inflate the tire, that means that you're likely going to get a pinch flat, which you don't want. The inside of my tire is blue, so I can see. Had to go get my pump. So, okay, last part, I use this little washer. Put it back on here. Some people don't bother to put it back on, but I always do because if you're trying to inflate with a CO2, like out on the race course, you can press the valve and it'll go into the tire, which makes it a little hard to inflate. So I always just put that little washer back on. Last part, time to pump up the tire. Normally I have Matt help me with this, but he's running. So you might hear a loud popping sound when you pump it up. That's totally fine. It's just the tire seating. That's done. Screw back on the little valve close. Some people don't like to use the dust covers, but I do. That's it. These were brand new tires, which are notoriously hard to get on, especially thicker race wheels. And I was able to do it. And you can too. And it's something that you have to be able to do. I remember a girlfriend of mine was getting ready to go to a race and she had no idea how to change a tire. And I'm like, what's your plan? You can sit on the side of the race course and cry, wait for a guy to come fix it for you, or you can do it yourself. Number one thing is squeeze all the way around and start opposite the valve. I hope this helps you with a few good tips for changing your next tire, and be sure to follow Triple Threat Life up here for more fun videos and helpful tips and the newsletter.